How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning in to my video. Tuesday, news broke that the IRS and other federal agencies have been stocking up on thousands of rounds of ammunition as civilians face shortages, and President Biden continues to claim no one needs such volumes of bullets. So after this story broke, I decided to do some digging, and what I found out is just crazy, the amounts of ammunition over the years these agencies have purchased. And not only ammunition, but silencers and other weapons that you would think they wouldn't need. Like I said, I found out a lot of information that I'm going to give out to you, but the video is probably going to be longer than usual. One of the other government agencies that you wouldn't think that needs ammunition is the Railroad Retirement Board. I didn't even know there was a Railroad Retirement Board, but they purchased ammunition as well. So with the IRS, all you would think they would need is to be in their cubicle and have their calculator in their computer, but not busting down doors and not emptying their Glocks on fellow Americans. But it is troubling that in just 2022 alone, and we're just 6 months into the year, the IRS has spent around $725,000 on ammunition. So is Biden's plan to disarm Americans, open the border, empty the prisons, but they for sure will still collect taxes. And apparently they need $725,000 worth of ammunition to get the job done. So when you think of somebody that cheats on their taxes, you most certainly don't think that most of those people are armed and dangerous. House Judiciary Committee member Matt Gaetz, a Republican from Florida, is working on legislation to put a total moratorium on the IRS buying ammunition. When we used to talk about the IRS being weaponized, we were talking about political discrimination, not actual weapons for the IRS. Undeniably, part of the strategy is that. With one hand, the Biden regime is doing everything they can to suppress access to ammunition for regular Americans, while on the other hand, they're scooping up all the ammo that they can possibly find. So now I'm going to be giving you some information that I found online from Forbes all the way back in 2017. We expect there should be large purchases of ammunition and firearms, like Homeland Security and the Department of Justice. What's curious, however, is that traditionally administrative agencies spent more than $20 million on guns and ammunition, and I'll give you a few examples. The 2,300 special agents at the IRS are allowed to carry AR-15s and P90s and other heavy weaponry. And let me remind you again, this story came out in 2017. And this just goes to show you this has been going on for quite a long time. Back then, the IRS armed up with $1.2 million worth of ammunition. This was in addition to the $11 million procurement of guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment procured between 2006 and 2014. Let's talk about the Small Business Administration. For sure, they don't need any firearms. But not only do they have firearms and purchased ammunition, but they purchased even more goodies. They spent tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars to load its gun locker with Glocks. The Small Business Administration wasn't alone. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, they modified their Glocks with silencers. Why does the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service need silencers? Let's talk about the Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA. In 1996, the VA had 0 employees with arrest and firearm authority. Today, the VA has 3,700 officers armed with millions of dollars of guns and ammunition, including AR-15s and Sig Sauer handguns. Meanwhile, the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, agents carry the same sophisticated weapons platforms used by our special forces. The HHS locker is housed in a new National Training Operations Center, a facility at an undisclosed location within the DC Beltway. Between 2006 and 2014, $1.48 billion was spent by 67 non-military federal agencies on guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment. In 2015 and partially into 2016, spending on guns and ammo at 58 non-military federal agencies, including 40 regulatory administrative agencies, amounted to $158 million. The continued growth of the federal arsenal begs the question, just whom are the feds planning to battle? Here are more examples of agencies amassing power. Federal agencies spent $44 million on guns, including an urgent order for 20 M16 rifles, with extra magazines at the Department of Energy that cost $49,559. Shotguns and Glock pistols at the General Services Agencies, costing $16,568. And a bulk order of pistols, sights, and accessories by the Bureau of Reclamation, whose main job is to build dams, power plants, and canals. And that cost a whopping $697,182. The government spent $114 million on ammunition, including bulk purchases by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, at the cost of $66,927. The Smithsonian spent $42,687 on ammunition. The Social Security Administration spent $61,129 on bullets, including 50,000 rounds of ammunition, plus 12-gauge buckshot and slugs. Despite being outlawed by the Geneva Convention, federal agencies spent $426,268 on hollow point bullets, including orders from the Forest Service, National Park Service, Office of the Inspector General, Bureau of Fiscal Service. Let's talk about the Department of Interior. The agency's mission is to manage America's vast natural and cultural resources. However, over the past 2 years, the agency spent $4.4 million on guns and ammunition, although the National Park Service is responsible for nearly half of this spending, mostly to arm its park police. 6 other bureaus and offices under the Department of Interior spent millions of dollars to amass firepower. The U.S. Geological Survey provides real-time data and information on current conditions and Earth observations, yet the agency loaded up on Winchester Black Shadow shotguns and bulk ammunition. Even the Office of Inspector General armed up, purchasing Glock 27's shotgun slugs and frangible ammo. And just who is the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service going to war with? The agency was created to preserve, protect, and enhance fish, wildlife, plants, and their habitats. But they spent $410,263 on .308 rifles, Glock pistols, and semi-automatic rifles. Then they modified their Glocks with silencers. Let's talk about the Department of Treasury. They exist to maintain a strong economy, which they're not doing a very good job right now, and create economic and job opportunities, and manage the U.S. government finances and resources effectively. However, it spent $2.6 million to maintain a strong arsenal. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing spent nearly $100,000 on a purchase described as firearms, while the U.S. Mint spent $179,247 on ammunition. The Bureau of Fiscal Services, tasked with promoting the financial integrity of the government through accounting, financing, etc., spent $672,424 on ammunition, including hundreds of cases of .223 Remington 62 grain service ammunition, 40 caliber ammo, and buckshot. Additionally, they stocked up on Glock pistols, Remington firearms, and handgun magazines. I told you guys at the beginning this video was most likely going to be long. I just have one more agency to talk about. The Department of Agriculture spent $1.1 million on guns and ammunition. The Forest Service stocked up on 22 rifles. The Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service tallied the biggest tab at the Department of Agriculture, spending $22,336 on rifles and pistols, plus nearly $500,000 on ammunition, including buckshot, shotgun shells, and rifle ammunition. After recent mass shootings, many Washington politicians have tried shifting the conversation to the Second Amendment, reinvigorating the call for tighter gun control. And the answer to that is the non-military, non-law enforcement, paper-pushing administrative federal agencies are ones who should be subject to stricter gun control laws, not the general public. After grabbing legal power, federal bureaucrats are amassing firepower. It's time to scale back the federal arsenal. Thank you guys for sticking around for the long video. That just goes to show you, for years and years, federal agencies that you don't think that should have guns and ammunition are stockpiling tons of it, and for what reason? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please take time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.